Let's play the game. All right, prologue. One New York morning. Morning, Ari. Are you ready for school? First thing is we're gonna put that to a 5. Of course. Guess what? We're talking about John Stuart Mill in class today. Who? You're kidding, right? John Stuart Mill. Oh wait, I think I know. He's a comedian, right? Moral philosopher? Utilitarianism? That's a big word. I've heard that word before. I know what it's supposed to sound like, but saying it is a whole different thing. I see. He's brilliant. Opened up my eyes to a new way to view the world. Dad? Dad? What, huh? Were you paying attention to anything I just said? Oh, someone's at the door. You can tell me about this later, okay? Well, hurry up. I have school in half an hour. Edge is already an obliterated browser, so you're safe. That's true. It's on Chromium now, too, which is kind of weird. My name is Socrates Jones. Everyone in my family seems to care about philosophy, but I could never really get into it. I'm just an accountant, after all. Why should I care about the nature of right and wrong? Well, hey there. Hi. The name's Billy. Billy the salesman. I was traveling this country selling my wares when I saw your shabby apartment and instantly knew there lives a man who appreciates a good deal. Excuse me? How would you like to hear about the fabulous bargains I have for you today? Oh, I'm sorry, I have to take my daughter. What about me? Ari, what are you doing here? Oh, I got bored. But I just left. Doesn't mean I can't be bored. Who's this guy? I'm glad you asked, little lady. The name's Billy. Billy the salesman. Okay. I was traveling. Okay. I think we should hear him out. That wasn't me, by the way. What? If you don't bother to at least listen, you aren't going to get anywhere. Thank you, miss. You won't regret it. Pretty sure I will. Okay, Billy. Let's hear what you've got. Right. I've got a great product for you. It's the best there is. You need my product to do what it does. You don't want those pests around. And that's what I've got for y'all. But you hardly told me anything. Horse feathers, I told you my product was the best, didn't I? What more do you need to know? Ariadne Jones, this is all your fault. He didn't tell me anything. What do I do? Well, generally, one goes about getting more information by asking questions. In this case, it's probably most appropriate to ask for clarification. If you clear up any vagueness surrounding his ideas, you will be in a much better position to deal with them. Right, okay then. Good. Most arguments are made out of multiple statements. Be sure to check them all for anything that seems vague. So what do you think, partner? You buying? Actually, could I hear your pitch again? Sure thing, partner. Ask for a clarification option. Edit. A great product for you. It's the best there is. You need my product to do what it does. You don't want those pests around. Well, there it is again, his pitch. Not making a whole lot of sense. Guess I should give it another look from the top. Make sure I've clarified everything I can. Alright, let's question. Ask for clarification. Objection! And what kind of product would that be exactly? Billy's deer repellent. Oh, okay. That wasn't so hard. Alright, got Billy's deer repellent. It's the best there is. And what do you mean by that? It's the best. It's better than the rest. It's really good at doing what it does, partner. Right. Guess there is no clarifying this bit of sales speak. I need my product to do what it does. And what does it do exactly? Why, it only protects you from danger, the danger of deer. And trust me, you can use all the protection you can get. I got a helicopter on its way. Well, his argument is much clearer now. Maybe I do need this deer repellent after all. Are you serious? What, am I wrong? Dad, you can't just let an argument go unexamined, no matter how clearly stated. Especially when someone is trying to talk you into buying deer repellent. But I got him to clarify everything. What else is there to do? Come on, Dad. In a situation like this, if something seems to be on shaky ground, you need to ask for backing. Make sure he can support his statements with foundational ideas. Words. Hello? I'm still here. Right. Sorry, can I hear your pitch again? Again? Well, okay. Press for backing option added. Alright, utilitarianism. Heel says that's how you say that word. Alright, I got deer repellent. It's the best there is. Let's press for backing. Can you back that statement up? Sure thing, partner. My product does everything better than competing products. Therefore, it is by definition the best. There are competing products? Well, no. But that means that, without a doubt, mine's the best. Hey, maybe I should call it Billy's Best Deer Repellent. Best there is. Need my product to protect you from the danger of deer. Can you back that up? Well, you never know when a deer will attack. And if you don't have my product, you'll be in quite a predicament, partner. Better to be safe than sorry. Like they tell us in health class, always use protection. Well, your teachers are right. Protection is always good. Hold on, I'm not sure I buy this. You're talking about deer, right? That's right. As in Bambi? Well, yeah, I guess, partner. I see. Are you really trying to tell me that Bambi poses a threat to my well-being? It's going to take quite a bit of convincing. Bambi is dangerous, partner. It may look cute, but that deer is a little monster. Let me tell you why deer are a menace to our society. While, something going on in hoods. I haven't seen that movie in a million years. They eat our crops. They steal our jobs. Every year, they cause accidents and injuries. Why, the only reason you're safe is that I'm here with my repellent. And there we go. As you can see, those darn deer threaten our very way of life. A threat, huh? I'm not sure if everything you've said here is true. You know, Dad, in a debate you can do more than just ask questions. In fact, sometimes that just won't cut it. Oh? Sometimes you may need to challenge your opponent with a counterpoint. Some fact or observation which throws a wrench in the presumption that his statement is true. For example, the fact that deer live in the woods might throw a wrench in one of Billy's statements here. If you find that statement and present this observation to counter it, you should be home free. When you get a useful idea, I'll write it down for you in the idea slate. Now challenge. Deer in the live woods, and deer live in the woods. Deer in the live woods. Oh, all right. I'll go ahead and do that then, I guess. You need to be careful, though, Dad. You say really stupid things, you'll lose credibility with your audience. From now on, your moves can affect your credibility. You lose all of your credibility, you will forfeit the argument. But wait, hold on. I'm just fact-checking a salesman. Who am I going to lose credibility with? Me. Oh. Your face is ugly. Oh my gosh. Alright, they eat our crops. They steal our jobs.
Nonsense!
Objection! They live in the woods. Dad, what are you doing? Making a point. They can't steal our jobs because they live in the woods. I mean, I guess. But I don't think them living in the woods is the root of the problem here. In fact, taking this approach implies that you accept that they could steal our jobs. Just because you can present a counterpoint doesn't mean that it is always the best angle of attack. You can probably do something else to refute this particular idea. Okay, so... interesting. Okay, so I guess we'll go with this one. What is wrong? This is what's wrong with your argument. I don't really think that flies. No, that's not relevant. Oh, I mean, come on, man. I don't know where we live. We could live in California. You know how many woods are in California? Come on, man. We could be living in New York. You know how many woods are in New York? Not relevant. Right. Oops. Alright. You have something which throws one of his statements into question. Point it out and be good. Eat our crops, they steal our jobs, every year they cause accidents and injuries. Okay, so it has to be the accidents and injuries ones, which I think, you know, that's true. You know, deer run in front of cars and things like that. You can press ask each of his statements without penalty always. Aha, that must be what I'm missing right now. The game kind of led me to believe that I'm supposed to challenge one of his statements right now. So I was kind of like, okay, you know, I'm going to do that. Okay, what do you mean by that? Deer eat the plants farmers grow. A deer could eat a whole bushel of corn without breaking a sweat. Alright. What do you mean by that? Deer take jobs from the working man. Companies hire them instead of normal folks. Cheap labor. You only need to pay them in leaves. I see. Here's your backing on that. Really? And how exactly do they do that? Well, you see, corporate sabotage? Corporate sabotage. Okay, they don't actually steal our jobs. I was just being dramatic. Hey. That's for clarification. Do you know what an injury is? Well, of course. And what accidents are? Yes? Then I think my statement is pretty clear, partner. You have any evidence to support that deer cause injuries? Have you ever heard the term deer in the headlights? Well, it turns out that term comes from real-life deer. They stand in the middle of the road and just get hit. It causes all sorts of horrible crashes. It's quite terrible, believe me. Okay, I buy it. If I wasn't here, this street would be swarming with deer. Deer everywhere, hurting everybody. Why, it's too horrible to even comprehend. How can you be so sure? Tell me, partner, do you see any deer around? Well, no. There you go, my deer repellent at work. And unless you can give me a reason to doubt, I see no reason anyone should think otherwise. Dad, do you think you could oblige him? You live in the woods. Nonsense! Billy, can you tell me where deer most commonly reside? Forests, mountains, and plains, I reckon, right? Sounds about right. And where are we now? New York City. Exactly. So then, tell me, Billy. When was the last time you heard of a deer in New York City? Aha! It is highly unlikely that a deer will show up in any city, let alone New York. Do you really think you can take credit for the fact that there are no deer around? But, gah! Way to go, Dad. Maybe if we were living in the wilderness, we would need your deer repellent. But as we live in the middle of a city, I hardly see the point. I highly doubt Bambi is going to wander down Main Street. He'd be hit in an instant. Is Bambi a... I always thought Bambi was a girl. Bambi actually a male deer? Clearly your repellent is of no use.
Nonsense.
Oh. Now listen here, mister. Yeah, Mr. JRPG, you better listen here. Also, the game is, it actually has some humor to it so far. Bambi is a male, wow. It seems to me y'all are being unfair. I will admit you have a point, but you are failing to consider all the finer qualities of this here product. Is that so? It sure is. Let me explain to you what y'all are missing. Why my product is still useful to you. My product comes in a fine blue casing. Each letter of the label is hand-painted. My grandmother toiled over the design. Clearly, my product would still be useful to you. Ari, I don't think I have any evidence to counter these points. You know, even if a point is supported, it may not be related to the conclusion. If that's the case, it really doesn't matter if it's supported or not. The point has no place being presented in the discussion. I think I get it. You're saying in such situations, I should question the relevance of a statement. Well, that's what John Stuart Mill would do. It's not useful for us to listen to statements that have no connection to the overall argument. If we are discussing economics, for example, it really doesn't matter how well you support the fact that purple is the best color. Of course not. We all know green is, anyway. I don't know about all that. Getting back on track. Even if the statement is relevant, questioning can be a great way to see how everything fits together. I guess I should go forward with questioning him then. Question relevance. The product comes in a fine blue casing. How is this related to your conclusion? Blue is pretty, partner. Go on. Therefore, the fact that my product is pretty makes it more useful. I don't think so. Alright. Hand-painted. Whoops. How is this related to your conclusion? Art is craftsmanship. And things being done by machine? That's not craftsmanship. Okay, great, but how does this craftsmanship make your product more useful? Okay, fine. You made your point. Let's move on. My grandmother toiled over the design. How is this related to your conclusion? Quality takes effort, partner. Surely the amount of time my grandma poured into it contributes to its value. Not really? Heartless, just heartless. No respect for the elderly. Very well, have it your way, partner. Billy. Ah, don't hurt me. Oh, the yelling. It's too much for my heart to bear. Relax, I'm not going to hurt you. Just your sales pitch. Oh, okay, that's good. Wait, no, actually, I don't think I like that. Well, I'm afraid there is no avoiding it. Billy, you are trying to sell me a product based on its usefulness to me. But its aesthetic qualities and methods of manufacturing, while nice, offer no function which benefits me. At this point, you are grasping at straws to convince me to buy your product, and you know it. Well, okay then. Huh? Been nice chatting with you, but I've got clients to find. There are many fish in the sea, and it's clear you ain't one of mine. Oh, okay. Bye? Well, that was fun. Fun? You mean infuriating? How much time do you have left before school? Relax, Dad. I'm sure I'm fine. We still have... Oh, negative half an hour. What? We've got to get going. Tell him his face is ugly. I never found a moment. I never found the moment. Just wrecking the poor con man with counterpoints. Super violent. I know, man. I know. It's it's all downhill from for him this time. Does the genre count as an FPS if you shoot the first person you meet? Oof. Oof. Can't believe we lost track of time. It's all that fool Billy's fault. Billy and his idiotic deer repellent. Now you're going to be late for school, and you will probably be expelled, and your mother will never forgive me. Not that she talks to me anymore anyway. All the best of its kind, ha. But it's not competing with anything. I mean, what would it compete with? Harry's deer vanisher? Dad, honestly, people believe that they can sell you on anything these days, wasting our time. The nerve. They think we are a bunch of fools. Dad, and we can be convinced, we can just be convinced we should buy a stupid product we will never ever need. I mean, aesthetic qualities, I ask you. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Uh, okay, I was like, I think the game froze on me. Hey, look, a new arrival. You think he's okay? Of course he's not okay. Rasu? Rausu? I don't know. We wouldn't be here if he was okay. Well, maybe he's okay in the spiritual sense. Ooh, my head. I didn't think it was possible to feel this much pain. Hold on, he's coming too. Hey, buddy, what's your name? Socrates. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. It's Socrates. Did he say Socrates? Oh my god. Oh my god. He's back. He's back. Socrates is back. Quick, let's take him to the arbiter. Huh? Hold on, what? No. Put me down. You are weirdly engrossed by this already? It has a nice little engrossing quality to it, doesn't it? Pronounced Russo? Alright, man. Get out of here. What? What? What is going on? Where have you taken me? Greetings, great thinker Socrates. Ah, a demon. Please, please don't eat me. It was not the great thinker Socrates. The great thinker Socrates was much wiser and far more bearded. Yeah, I could have told you that. Oh, thank God you're okay. Did it hurt you? Hi, Dad. Oh, you are kin to, Ariadne Jones, a sharp thinker. We were just discussing the nature of existence. I suppose I should introduce myself. I am the Arbiter, overseer of the intelligible realm. The what realm? The intelligible realm, the realm of ideas. The plane from which all thought originates, and the final resting place for those who concern themselves with the art of philosophy. The final... Wait, hold on a minute. Do not worry, Socrates. Your presence here is entirely a mistake. You are no philosopher, after all. Your interesting name must have confused the existential sorting algorithm. You must have a word with Turing. And Ari? Still alive. Her knowledge, I'm sure, contributes to this misfiling. Oh, thank God. Okay. Not that I'm not enjoying this peek behind the mortal curtain, but, what does that mean for us? Well, Ariadne Jones, I suppose it means you can leave. Where did that come from? That wasn't there a moment ago. My, whatchamacallit, went all the way down. Right now, in the real world, you are unconscious, comatose, maybe more appropriate. But the moment you step through the gate, you will wake up in your hospital bed in New York, in a large amount of pain, but alive. It's going to be painful? It would be, yes. But you have no need to worry now, Socrates. There is no pain in your future. Oh. I got out of the crash uninjured. Not exactly. You don't mean. I apologize for the confusion. I said that Socrates was not a philosopher. Never meant to imply he was not dead. When you leave, you'll get him filed away to the appropriate afterlife. One involving a lot of numbers, I suppose. Is this a joke to you, Arbiter? No, it is simply the way of the world. You have a life. He does not. There is no way he can possibly leave. But you can't just... He's my dad. Ari, stop, please. But, look, as much as I hate it, I'm not sure we can talk our way out of this one. So for now, just listen, okay? This might be the last time we get to speak. Will you just know I love you and tell your mother I'm sorry for me, please? Remember to do your homework. Arbiter, can I talk to you for a moment? Of course. What? Ari, Hold that thought, Dad. I'll be right back. I was saying my goodbyes. This is kind of killing my moment. Well, Socrates, I must amend my initial statements. There is, in actuality, one way out. There is? Yes, an ancient wager set down by the original arbiter and reserved for the best of thinkers. After talking with your daughter, I have decided to offer you a chance at this challenge. If you can provide an answer to one of the great philosophical questions, the nature of mortality, or morality, one request will be granted. An answer? Yes, a way to think about morality that is internally consistent and compatible with the realities of the world. However, in this game, you are only allotted one chance, and if I find your answer uninsightful, I'm stuck here. Correct. All parties involved must remain here for eternity. But if he is able to find the nature of morality, we can both walk through that door. Correct. Okay, Ari, fess up. What on earth did you do? Not much. I just told him that you're actually a brilliant debater is all. What? Are you crazy? I'm an accountant. I can't. Ari, I appreciate the sentiment, but we both know I don't know anything about philosophy. Look, it's not like you're going to be alone. I'm going to stay, and there are people here who know even more than I do. Just give it a shot, please. The rules really don't stop me from asking others for help. No, they do not. However, you will have to use your own judgment to determine whether the ideas that others provide meet the criteria I have established. I know I'm going to regret this. Very well then, Arbiter. I accept your wager. So be it. The door will reopen when you have completed your task. I wish you luck. Well, I suppose I should get started. Can anyone here help me find the nature of morality? What is that? Sounds like an earthquake. Really? I thought it was more like a football game. Now you've done it. Oh dear. Ah, what the heck? Let me go. Arbiter, do something. What? Is he not getting help? You call this help? They're gonna tear him apart. Very well, if you insist. Silence. One of you will come forward at a time and no more. Now, which of you thinks they can help this accountant answer his question? I believe I can. Of course. Youth fro. You know, you can grow out the fro a little bit more, and that part of your name will actually be a little bit more pronounced. Of Athens, how do you fare? Point well, noble arbiter. Who is this guy? Youthfro was a prominent religious scholar and a priest back in ancient times, or in ancient Greece. He famously debated your namesake many millennia ago. Indeed, my pious ways are known and respected throughout the land. As a sophist, it was my job to educate those who were ignorant, such as yourself. Ah, I see. Hey, wait a minute. Listen, my child, and I will share my insight with you. Ah, what a good daughter. All right. Let's get ready to think. My religious studies have given me insight into the nature of right and wrong. Human beings are fallible and vain. They make mistakes. A god, however, is a superior being. Everyone possesses wisdom far beyond our own. Thus, whatever a god commands must be done, or must be good. And there you have it, the source of morality. Mankind is flawed. Okay. Morality comes from the gods. Is there a problem, child? Well, I'm not exactly religious. I see. Poor, unfortunate soul having strayed so far from the light. If you allow your mind to remain clouded, you will never win your way out of here. Clouded, huh? Ari? Listen, Dad. Euthro's argument benefits from its simple nature, but I can't help but feel he's making it seem more simple than it actually is. Okay, so what can I do? Sometimes by examining an argument closely, you can find assumptions that were previously unstated. I bet you can find something here like that. More information is always useful and can help you get to the bigger issues. Well, Socrates, is this the answer you seek? I don't think I'm ready to bet my life on the gods just yet, Arbiter. Euthro, I think I need to ask you a few questions. Alright, Dad, good luck. Music in this game is so good. Is the music too loud or anything like that? I'm not 100% sure. Like, I can hear it, but I can't hear it, but I can hear it. Alright, my religious studies have given me insight. Ask for clarification. What do you mean by that? What exactly are you confused about, Socrates? I understand your mind is clouded, child, but I believe that statement is clear. My studies of religious texts have given me insight beyond your own. Ouch. Okay. Let's press for backing. Back that up. Of course, my child. A large part of religion is providing moral guidance. Thus, as a priest, I have been called to give moral advice. Hence my insight. Okay. And let's question relevance. It's perfect volume there? Okay, great. Is that related to your argument? Let's say I was not a priest. Let's say I was an accountant, like yourself. I would have little foundation upon which to discuss morality. Credibility is essential, child. You should learn this. Hey, I'm perfectly credible. In fact, I'm incredible. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. That was amazing. Oh my goodness. Human beings are fallible and vain. They make mistakes. What do you mean by that? Human beings are prone to error. They often make incorrect judgments as to what is right and wrong. Is that clear now, my child? Okay, press for backing. Can you back that up? Do you believe men to be perfect? Maybe. Interesting. Well, looking at you, child, I can assure you they are not. Yikes. Right? How's that related? The fact that human beings are vain shows they are not as reliable as the gods. Alright, I think this might be something to challenge, but we're going to keep going. A god, however, is a superior being. What do you mean by that? A god has abilities far beyond our comprehension. These abilities render them superior to us mere mortals. Can you back that up? My child, can you throw lightning or create storms? Did you create the world in 7 days? Did you turn your daughter into a tree for her own protection? Well, no. Well, my child, each of these things was done by a god. Clearly, they are superior. Okay. Is that related to your conclusion? Accepting a god's superiority is a crucial step toward enlightenment. Here, I begin to set you on that enlightened path. Everyone possesses wisdom far beyond our own. Okay. Everyone. That's exactly what I was thinking about too. Like, I thought he was gonna go with one god, but apparently he's gonna go with multiple gods. Although, I don't know. Euthro is pronounced Euthifro. Okay, Euthy's so savage. Yeah. Excuse me? You said every one. Your point, child? Well, I've been assuming you were referring to the commands of a specific deity, but, well, which god are we talking about? Oh, gods. Give me the strength to deal with this ingrate. That doesn't answer my question. Right now, is there a particular god giving you strength? Does it matter? There are many gods: Greek, Hebrew, Egyptian, Norse. There are differences between them, but any would fit the ideas I described here. Oh, really? There are different gods. Yeah. Oh, really? I see. Good work, Dad. Huh? You've uncovered an unstated part of Euthyphro's views by closely examining his argument. Finding things like this can really help you out. If you don't have enough tools, the person you are debating may just hand you some. Now get back in there and find the larger problem. Wait, hold on. Are you telling me this idea is going to be useful? I don't know. Maybe? You're supposed to figure this out yourself, remember? I think I'm already pushing the helping you threshold, dead guy. Right. Professes wisdom from our own. Right, relevance. God's superior wisdom is what gives them credibility as sources of morality. But wise does not necessarily mean good, right? I didn't realize that he would be doing that so early on. Egon's commands define what is good, child. By definition, under my philosophy, the way they apply their wisdom cannot be false. Your attempt to say so is based on your own perceptions of what is good, heretical notions developed by someone far less wise than a god. All right, let's just go back in time and start talking about the ancient texts of Zeus, and let's just see how many good things that guy did. You know, come on. Thus, whatever a god commands must be good. I mean, simply that the gods are the source of morality. There is no better place from which to receive guidance. All right, I saw his face kind of react to that one. Can you back that up? My child, who is more fit to judge morality, a wise man or a fool? The wise man, of course. And as all gods have infinite wisdom, we should defer to their judgment. Thus, gods are the ideal source of morality. Okay, relevance? Was that related? If there could be no sounder source of morality than the gods, then there is little reason to doubt that gods are the source of morality. Oh my gosh, I think I just went in a circle right there. Alright, and I have a better understanding of his position. There must be a way that I can use that to my advantage. Come on, Socrates. Okay, so I have your face is ugly. Okay. Euthyphro believes that sentient beings are flawed and often make bad judgments. Euthyphro believes that things are good because gods like them. Euthyphro's philosophy applies to all gods, though they might have different ideas. Okay. Good is what is holy. I think it's this one right here. Okay, it's not that one. Not so sure. Alright. Guess we'll try this one. Nonsense! I'm not 100% sure why, but like I know how to get to the end of this argument. I don't know how to get into the in-betweens. Euthyphro, if we could stop for a moment, I'd like to clear up a few things. You said that different religions have different gods, right? Yes, child. And sometimes these gods have different views. Indeed, piety comes in many forms. Okay. That is something up. I don't know. I may have found a problem here. Really, that's great. Go ahead and present it. Dad? Sorry, this is just a little intimidating. What if everyone laughs at me? Just present it, Dad. No one is going to laugh at you. This isn't some deer repellent salesman. This is the real deal. Real things are at stake here, like me. Dad, just present it. Okay. Euthyphro, there is a problem with your position. Is that so, child? It is so. Look, you claim that morality comes from the gods, that we can trust, that whatever they command is right. But it seems to me that if the gods disagree, then that puts your idea in a weird place. This is not where I would have gone with this. You yourself said we can't judge their wills for ourselves, but when different gods think different things are good, what would actually be good? That would make the gods impossible to use as a source of morality, right? That was a pretty lackluster presentation, Dad. Hey! Whilst this may be true, the validity of an argument is not rooted in style points. Despite lacking both flair and vocabulary, Socrates has a valid point, as I believe you already know, Euthyphro. Yes, as I recall, the first Socrates made very similar points. And what, you just decided to ignore them? Arrogant son of a... Like you, he lacked the faith required to see the truth. Your blasphemy will not take you as far as you think. Poor child, let me show you where you have lost your way. It is true that different deities have different desires, in my religion and between religions. I admit that this may be a source of confusion. However, there are many points on which these divine beings agree. For example, most deities agree that it is wrong to kill without cause. Clearly, what the gods agree upon is always good. Is that better, child? Well said, Euthyphro. Thank you, Arbiter. As you can see, my child, the gods overcome all obstacles. What are you thinking, Dad? Well, his argument is certainly more nuanced now, but something tells me it still won't stand up to examination. I'm sorry, Euthyphro, but I still have some questions for you. Okay. Alright, what do you mean by that? It was your objection, child. Are you claiming to not understand your own statement? No, I'm good. Okay, can you back that up? Do I need to? You yourself ordered this 5 minutes ago? Not believe it yourself? No, I definitely, yeesh. You know, I mean, I gotta go through everything just to be, for everything. Alright, we won't go for the relevance, though. Okay, we won't go for the relevance. This may be a source of confusion. What do you mean by that? Only that one less enlightened than myself might say not be able to work around it. Right. So much passive-aggressive. Press for backing. You back that up? It confused you, did it not? There, my statement is backed. Yikes! This guy is savage, man. Is it relevant? It was a comment recognizing the problem. Not all of us ignore the issues with your statement, child. Oh, please, teach me your humble ways, Father. Perfect. Okay, however, there are many points on which these divine beings agree. What do you mean by that? Just because gods disagree on some things does not mean they disagree on all. You back that up. Be patient, my child. I'll get to it. Right. I don't think we have to go for relevance there, but just keep that in the back of your mind that we did not relevize the divine beings agree. For example, most deities agree that it is wrong to kill without cause. What do you mean by that? I think it's pretty clear, my child. Take the life of another is wrong. Many gods agree about this, don't you? Many gods? Yeah, most deities? There it is right there. Most. Press for backing. Can you back that up? Are you familiar with the Quran? Anyone who kills a human being, it shall be as though he has killed all of mankind. And in Hinduism, he who commits murder must be considered as the worst offender. There are countless examples throughout religions. Right, relevance? It is an example reaffirming my point. Dad, do you really need such things laid out for you. Clearly, what the gods agree upon is always good. Okay, so, yep, we're going to go right here. Clarification, what do you mean by that? The gods agree upon something, we can be sure that something is good. Their collective wisdom is incalculable, after all. Let me back that up. Excuse me? Why couldn't something the gods agree on be bad? The gods, in their superior wisdom, would never agree upon something that wasn't good. They would only tell us to do things that would lead to positive ends. To suggest otherwise is blasphemy. Huh, interesting. Indeed. And if you don't mind, I think I'd like to further examine that idea. What did we get? Ah, there are different gods. Okay. I thought we were doing great there. But I guess not. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Relevance. The same way Zeus is related to Jupiter. They are one and the same. Okay. So we'll go back to if all the gods agree. We're going to go back to that one. Or surely if things are good, the gods will agree upon them. What do you mean by that? I mean that if the gods look at something, they would not all agree upon it unless it was clearly moral or immoral. Okay. We have established that gods possess infinite wisdom, have we not? While there may be some slight variance between them, these infinitely wise beings will surely come down on the same side when dealing with important matters. Like the aforementioned example of murder. Alright, it shows why the previous statement can stand as true. So maybe it's actually this one, because it was the previous statement that we were going back on. So if he's using this as the supporting element, then all gods are different. Alright. Life is hard. I don't know what to do, Ari. This seems to have fixed many of the problems with this argument. Did it? Just because all the same words are there doesn't mean the argument falls the same way. Think very carefully about how this might be different from what we heard before. Okay. We're going to go back to what I originally thought. Okay, most deities. Yeah, let's just go with my gut from now on. Or, you know, my mind of stuff. You know, second guessing yourself is always going to lead you down the wrong road. Hold on, Euthyphro. You yourself admitted that there are many gods. And sure, most gods agree upon this. But what about the ones who disagree? Or the gods who are plain evil, like Hades, for example? But what? My child, the keeper of the dead isn't evil. Really? He was in the movie. Look, it doesn't matter. The question is, how does that factor into your philosophy? I was very careful to outline the fact that this philosophy is based on divine majority. I suppose there could be outliers, but ultimately they would be insignificant to the larger picture. For example, most deities agree that it is wrong to kill without cause. Remember that? I think it's pretty clear. Being alive and wrong. Many gods agree about this, don't you? Backing. Are you familiar with the Quran? Okay. I think he updated this, maybe? I don't know. So this is the one that I think I want to... Oops. Clicked outside the game. What the gods agree upon is always good.
Nonsense!
This is wrong because you said morality comes from the gods. I don't understand what you're trying to say, child. That is the core idea on which this argument is elaborating. But if whatever the gods agree upon is good, if morality comes from them, sounds like there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Kind of get that feeling too. Let's look at these last parts a bit more closely. Oh, okay. I made a little progress there. I admit, like, I'm not really doing a good job of pinpointing the next step for me. I know how, like I said, I know how to get to the end, but the in-betweens of this argument are getting me. Okay. Gods will agree upon them. Or surely, if things are good, the gods will agree upon them.
Nonsense!
That one seems to be the most relevant. What now, child? Eesh, he's glaring at me again. No, pull yourself together, Socrates. You have a point to make, so make it. Did you intend to speak, child? Or did you just shout nonsense for your own amusement? Right, sorry. Okay, Euthyphro. The core of your argument is that morality comes from the gods, right? Yes, my child. And this is true because gods would only command what is good, yes? Also true. There may be hope for you yet. Is that so? Because I think you just revealed a major problem in your argument. What? I have no idea what you mean, child. Really? Well then, let me ask you one last question. Are things good because gods command them, or do gods merely command things because they are good? What? Look, Euthyphro, you have said over and over that the gods would never ask us to do something bad. That they restrict their commands to things which would be good for mankind. But in order for this to be true, wouldn't the things they command have to be already be good? They would need to have a value rooted in something other than the gods. Ah, nice catch, Dad. The fact is, even in a world where gods existed, they could not be the source of good. They would merely serve to point out good things which already exist. Wow, this is not where I would have gone with it. Good things that are good because of other things. Excellent point, Socrates Jones. Very clearly presented. I agree, though maybe I should coach you on vocab. Things isn't exactly a scholarly term. Thanks, I think. But I'm most concerned with Euthyphro's thoughts. What do you say, Euthyphro? Are moral actions good because the gods command them? Or do the gods command moral actions because they are good? No. No! Just as I thought, you've got nothing. You talk a big game, but you clearly haven't thought your points through. There's no way I could accept this argument as my own. It's too holy. Wow. Insolent wretch. I try to help save you, and this is how you repay me. You won't last to win your way out of here, child. The gods will smite you for your blasphemy. Will they? Somehow. I think I'll be fine. I've already died once, after all. What more could happen? Oof. There are no limits on the extent of smiting. Just you wait. You will be nothing but a pile of dust, of smolder. A warning to all who dare insult the gods. Silence. I believe we've heard enough from you, Euthyphro. Socrates was right to question you. In the end, your philosophy failed to measure up. Go and reflect upon this. But go and reflect. Yes, Arbiter. Yeah. Get bodied. Um, oh, wait, no. I can't do anything. I, I can't do anything. Okay. It was just loading. Okay, it was just loading. This is a great time to mark.